Hello, quarantine printmaking friends. And today I'm going to be showing you a little bit of a follow-up from yesterday's video, which was how to make ink. So this might be basic for a lot of you that have been doing this for a long time, but for some of my students who've made ink, they might be wondering, okay, now what do I do with this beautiful ink that I've made? And they might be wondering where to store it. So if you go ahead and look, today we're going to be making some ratchet storage methods for our ink. So what you're going to be needing to do this, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to store your ink without having to run to the store and get a whole bunch of Tupperwares. What I've got here is tin foil, wax paper, and this might be a little difficult to see because it's clear, but I cut open some Ziploc bags. I left the top on so that maybe it'll be a little easier to see the plastic. So I'm going to start with the plastic bag. I've got 3 blobs of some ink here. So I'm going to go ahead and scrape up my first one. And I'm going to put it in the center of the plastic. I'm going to go ahead and fold the bag in half and press down around the outside edge of the ink blob. Kind of squeeze out the air. And then I'm going to fold it again, kind of rolling it up. And then sometimes it'll stay closed on its own, but if you're worried about it, I've got some tape over here. You can tape up the outside edges, and what you want to do before you do that is just make sure that you've squeezed out all of the air. So I'm just kind of folding the tape over on those outside edges. And then you've got a little packet of ink here. So that's our first one. Kind of my least favorite personally, but you'll find what works best for you. Second method, wax paper. Same starting steps. I'm going to go ahead and take my second ink blob here. I'm going to put it in the center of the paper. I'm going to fold the paper over in half. And this one is a lot better at staying closed on its own. If you can see that, you just kind of press around the outside edge of the ink. And this one will tend to just kind of stay closed on its own. If you're worried about it, you can tape the outside edge, but generally you don't have to, especially if you're just going to wait a couple days until you're going to print. So that's our second one. This is the one I prefer. It's the tin foil. Go ahead and get that third ink blob and go ahead and put it in the center. See if I can get some more of this up. Same thing, we're going to fold it over in the center. Kind of press around the outside edge. Push out the air. And then this one you're going to kind of fold over your outside edges. Make a little packet. This is kind of the halfway between the two. So there you go, 3 different storage methods for ink.